It was after my brother died. That was in 2001. I was starting to not cope so well. I wasn't coping so well. And I remember one particular night, my childminder had rung me up, asked me if I was all right. And I said, no, I'm just struggling at the moment, So she phoned, because we lived nearby, she phoned my GP and he came out to the house. I didn't even expect it. So I told him, yeah, I don't want to be here. I want to take my kids with me.
That's the Emma and Libby photo. I love that one.
And I was actually prepared. I'd already prepared in my head how it was going to be done. And that night, the girls were taken into foster care. And I was taken straight to the unit at Glenborne. I managed somehow to get tablets into the unit. I was hoarding them and saving them up for this big day. I probably took over 100 of highly toxic tablets. Then discovered by the nurses and rushed to A&E and resuscitated 4 times. And I think that was my time when I sort of thought to myself, actually, this is my second chance. I'm going to do something now. I came across photos of things that he had done, and this one really popped out at me. And it's to do with music. Music is like really important to him. And I thought, what is it that he saw in it? And then I started looking outside and actually taking on board what was right at my feet, right in front of my eyes. It was just being here. I liked taking photos of what I call souls, breathing, living things. If I'm not passionate about that thing, it'll show up in my photos. Like, I'm passionate about music, really passionate about music. I'm passionate about colours and animals, and it shows up in my photos. What else can you say about animals? I love them, and I think you get true, full honesty with animals. Don't get them any other way. If they're in a bad mood, they're in a bad mood. At least you know they're in a bad mood. If they're in a good mood and they love you, they'll let you know.
It's another justification for having this place, and which I'm really keen to encourage people to think about. All zoos could do that.
Dave took me up. He suggested that we go up to help me. He says, and take photos. Try and take photos of them. So I went up there and started taking the photos, and I was starting to fall in love with them. I couldn't get enough of them. And Dave couldn't get it. He says, well, let's move on to something else. And I said, no, I want to stay here for a minute and just try and get this photo just right. When you look through my viewfinder, I've got all the controls up there, and all I have to do is do what I need to do here with my fingers, because I know where the buttons are. That's why it's good therapy for me, because I'm concentrating more and I'm making an effort to keep with it. I'm not sliding my camera into auto and letting it do all the work. I'm putting it in, everything is manual. So all I have to do is try and get the balance of light right, get the focusing right, and get that money shot, as I call it. You know, a nice big photo of the lions yawning, or, you know, and then you get all the inside of their mouth, you know, the ridges of the back there, the roof of their mouths and things like that, and the texture of their tongues and that when they're sticking their tongues out. Absolutely stunning. Oh my. Look at that. Those eyes. He is awesome. I got my photo of the day from this one. And then I started getting to know about the animals, listening to the talks, and I heard about Vlad, the tiger, Vladimir's health issues, and that he needed a scan done. And I said, well, why haven't they done it? You know, it's money, it's all money. So that's when I come up with a plan of, in my head, I thought, well, they might not be brilliant photos, but I'll just offer it anyway. And then I took some sample ones in for Benjamin to see. And Benjamin said, I won't say what he said. He said they were really good. He said they were really good, and then they sold, and they asked me for more. And I started taking them up, and then I even held an exhibition up there on that green prescription.
How many did you sell that day? Cause I saw a lot of people walking out with them tucked under their arms.
I think there's only about 11 or so left. Just over £5,000 that's been raised. Yeah, the exhibition was, we held it downstairs in the main house, and then I'd done my talk in there about being schizophrenic, bipolar, and how the therapy of taking photos, and also had the band here that night. And it was raising awareness about mental health and how things in the outside world can help us in our health, the therapy tools like gardening, and so they do a lot of, there's a thing up there called Grow for Good, and they invite people in who've got depression and anxiety issues.
As I say, we do take referrals for volunteers, and it doesn't work for everybody, but for some cases.
The thing is, for me with the photography, I get to see an end result. The guys that come here and visit, they get to see an end result of what they've started.
Yeah.
And it's that in itself, seeing the end result. I was going through a really bad time then, but look what I achieved during that bad time.
Sure.
You know, and that's how I see it.
Yeah.
I have been hinted at to do volunteering, but I couldn't cope with the pressure of letting people down. So I'll go up when I go up. There's no pressure. I'm not putting pressure on myself. I'm not letting anyone down. I'm just doing it at my own pace, doing things at my own pace, because that's all I can cope with at the moment.
I have to say, there's an incredible photo opportunity there.
It's not very often they're together, is it? Sorry. It's not about, you know, you just coming up and taking photos. It's actually helping you. It's helpful to you and your being.
It's a therapy for yourself.
Yeah. I think we're all made in a unique way, whether we've got mental health problems or not. We're all made differently, and if we're all the same, we'd be a hell of a boring world.